Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is this makeup look that I am so in love with right now. I don't even know how it came to be this pretty. I just started playing around with the Born to Run eyeshadow palette, which by the way is my favorite thing of life right now. It's so gorgeous. It's got a lot of playful colors in it, like part of the reason why I created this look, but there's also a lot of good warm tones that I've been wearing a lot every day. So can't say enough good things about this palette. If you want to see how I put together this look, keep on watching. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you're new. And let's get right into the video because this is the part that I've literally been dreading the entire day, is filming this intro because my fans are off, my windows are closed, it's 100 degrees right now, and this highlight is gonna turn into just sweat in like 2 seconds, so let go. All right, prepping the skin with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream by applying it all over the face. Then I mixed in some of the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. This gives my skin a nice radiance before I apply foundation. And for that, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I've been wearing this a lot lately for summer, just a light layer of it to even out the skin tone. But the matte finish is what I've been really wanting, especially for these hot days. It's also long wearing too, so this helps keep my makeup from pretty much melting off. For concealer, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter underneath the eyes, and because I used a lighter layer of the foundation, I'll take the excess from this, blend it down onto the cheeks or anywhere else I like a little more coverage, all while still keeping a lighter look because I've been really into that for summer. To set everything, I used the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Medium Plus. Then I filled in the brows using the MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint in Taupe. You can see how slow this is in real life, so I'm gonna speed this up. If you wanna see a brow routine video, I do have one where I'm using this product to fill them in. I'll leave a link to it in my description box so you can watch it after this video. Now that brows are done, I applied my Hoola bronzer from Benefit to the cheeks. Also brought this up onto the forehead and blended the powder into the hairline. It just warms up and frames the face. Then it was finally time to start these eyes. Again, I used the Born to Run palette from Urban Decay and started with the shade Baja. This was my first time trying out this coral shade because I really don't use exciting colors on my eyes all that often, but this was a new day because I wanted to get bright, colorful, just play around with these shadows a little bit. I applied this to the inner tear duct and blended it into the crease. And I know what I was thinking at this moment. I was fearing how bright that was. So I went in with a blending brush to tone it down just a little bit. I just like to add color slowly so it's not too much all at once. Then I used another colorful shade called Still Shot and applied this over top of the lash shadow, lightly sweeping what was left on my brush out onto the edges of the eye to elongate my shape. Next, I picked up the shade Accelerate and applied this to the inner tear duct again, darkening this area up. Then I took it into the crease and connected it over to the other side where I darkened up the outer edge as well. So it had like that halo effect going on where it's clear of shadow in the center of the eye and then darker on the edges. This next one is one of my fave colors from the entire palette. It's called Ignite. I just love the coppery tone of it. It looks so pretty on the lid. I actually love wearing this one alone, but for this look I used it in just the inner centers of the eye, and I still wanted a little more pop, so I mixed in Stranded, a shimmery gold. I spritzed it too with a bit of Max Fix Plus because if you get them wet, like lightly, keyword lightly, they have even more show to them and pop just a little bit more, which clearly at this point is what we're going for because we're going bold. And I still wanted more colors, so I mixed in Riff, it's a matte brown, and I just layered this over the inner and outer edges to define these areas so the pop in the center was more obvious. This is me debating whether or not to use more color because I never use shades like this one, but I did it. I used that bright purple and I added it to the crease. I actually tried out something new too with my blending. Instead of following the shape of my eye like down and out, I blended it up and out. Hopefully you can see what I mean here, but it almost just gave the eye a more lifted look, kind of made it look a little more edgy, more fun. I liked it. I'll definitely try this again. Now for the final pop of color. I promise you we're almost done. I used more of the Wild Heart shade and I just went for it. I blended that color into the outer crease until you could really see that purple coming through, because at this point it's like go big or go home, and I really liked the color combo. I liked how it turned out. Now to finish everything, I mixed Accelerate and Ignite, and I applied this to the lower lash line. Then used Punk, it's a matte dark brown, just to the lashes to make them appear more full, almost like you used a subtle liner, but you didn't. Same thing goes for the top, but this time I actually did use a brown liner, not to give me like a defined line or anything, but just lightly blending it into the lashes. This makes them appear more full and defined. And then I finished with mascara. I took a dab of the Urban Decay LoFi Lip Mousse, I believe that's what it's called, in the color Fade, and I applied this to the cheeks instead of the lips, and I actually think it made the perfect blush for this look. Then I lightly lined the lips with MAC's Hover Lip Pencil, then blended that into the lips to give them a little bit of color, and then I topped it with some Fenty GlossBomb. I love this stuff. You guys thought I was done, didn't you? You thought I was done, but I wanted a little bit of highlight, so I took the shade Breakaway. I added this to the Cupid's bow, and this actually did the trick. So I took a bit more onto the brow bone, just underneath the arch, and I also used it on the lips. Yes, the lips. This kind of made it look like a glazed donut. Question for you. Number one, did you like it? Number two, what would you name this look? Like, the color combo is pretty crazy, but I want to know, what would you call this look if you had to name it? I really hope you guys liked how this makeup turned out. If you did, you know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure to come back next Friday for a brand new video, and I will see you all then. Bye.